So, hello everybody. As you know, my name is Kati Clements and I am the coordinator of LearnTech Accelerator. Welcome to the new year. Today in our webinar we have someone new, someone interesting, and your name is Jarmo Tanskanen, right?
Yes.
And your company's name is?
Visuon Limited.
So we are starting this new series where if you have a LearnTech company and you would like to reach our network and come to present your products and services to our customers, you can also join our webinar. And Jarmo is brave enough to be our first, let's say, outside guest and expert. You have something interesting on visualizing content. So can you explain a little on how did your company get started and what was the story behind that?
Yeah, okay. So we were thinking. I have been long history about educational technology. I was starting developing my teaching in the beginning of 90s, so long time ago. But anyway, these visual things is the most important things in education nowadays, because more and more videos, for example, are doing. Many people are doing those videos for education, for different kind of purposes, for example. But about 6 years ago, I was starting to investigate what kind of tools we have in the in network, what kind of open source software codes we can have for building the better educational materials. And so that was the starting point for this. So many years ago, I was starting to make interactive pictures, interactive photos, and so on, how we can build up new things, new visual materials for students and people we are educating for.
It would be very interesting to see some sort of demonstration a little on what your product and service looks like. So can you show a little bit?
Yes, I can show you. Yeah. Here we can have the this kind of environment from the hospital, and there's a little story behind this. There is a patient coming to the hospital, and there she is waiting for the research. Okay, this is the first time for her, and she's a little bit afraid. How she can come to the hospital? She can look at the video. How she will register in with the machine to the investigation, research, what is a keskusröntgen, and so on. Then she will move to the next phase. Here is a 360 photo about the preparation room, where is this cannulanti, means that injecting some stuff into the blood veins, and what is happening before the research. You can check this from these FT points, and then afterwards you will move to the research room, where it is this kind of computer tomography equipment, and this patient is photographed there. There are lots of different kinds of things you have to know before the research. How to breathe, for example, this hengitysohjeet means that how to breathe, what kind of machine it will be from the patient viewpoint of view, and so on. This is the story for the patient, when the patient is the first time coming to the hospital, and she is afraid of what is going to be happen there. This is one presentation we have done for our customers.
Okay, so your customers can be, for example, companies, but also schools and universities and.
Yes, our customer targets are mainly companies, but many kind of organizations from healthcare, for example, and school districts, for example, that we can serve them better, because our tool is software as a service tool, so it's easily expanded to large areas.
Okay, so the content is actually not what you are selling.
No.
If I get it correctly.
That's right.
Okay, so what is the software as a service that you sell?
Yes, our service, we have built a web browser based tool for making the 360 virtual reality content. You just shown there that you can have the 360 photos. You can embed extra active points there, and behind those active points there are lots of media elements. There can be questions, and exams and so on. So you can have the educational material. And we are targeting to employee familiarization and this kind of, for example, safety courses and so on. And this is our objective in our business.
Okay, so if you're a teacher, for example, you could be creating this kind of 360 image and putting on some learning points for your students there, basically.
Yeah, that is very possible, and there are many teachers who are using our tool for that kind of purposes as well.
But isn't it difficult for them to do?
It's easy to do because we are providing this easy tool for teachers.
Can you show a little?
Yes, we can show it. Yeah, check this here. For example, here we have a very nice photo from Pispala, from Tampere city. Sun is shining and so on. You can have these active points here. You will click them, and then you can have the content point here. You can select the active point, and then you can pick the note easily from here, for example. And then you will choose the note, and then there it is saved.
So anything could be there, so it could open also some sort of, I don't know, collaboration tools as well, or anything.
Now we have connectors, notes, links, images, videos there, which are supported. But there can be any other active point types as well.
Do you know about this HP5 tools
yes,
as well?
Yes, HP5 is one tool for, and on our roadmap we are thinking about that we will support that as well.
So you will be interoperable. Well, but this would be great, because I think that like one of the biggest problems, at least on what when we have been discussing with users in our networks, this autumn we have been doing this needs analysis in schools. The problem is that the learning technology tools, they are just too difficult to use. And I think that maybe in virtual reality and visualization, the problem is that there is not enough easy to use tools. You know, so it is too hard to create the content. It's too time consuming for the teacher. So this could be a solution. So how about the virtual reality, like the next step somehow? This is actually quite close to virtual reality when I look at it. You know, for me it seems very similar in some ways, that when you put on the glasses, you are also in this kind of space of, you know,
that's right.
360.
Yeah, now we are targeting to touchscreen devices, because touchscreen devices, smartphones and tablets, they are everyday use.
Yeah,
many people can use these touchscreen devices. But on our roadmap there is a support for VR glasses as well. When this technology is mature enough, so which VR technology glasses are mainstream. When those are coming, we will be prepared for that. We can do the players for different kind of entry devices, and then you can use the VR glasses as well. But you have to remember that there will be the interaction also. You have to have enough easy interaction between the image, because those are interactive images, interactive photos. Of course you can look at around, but you have to have clicker as well, how to open the media.
So would you say that right now in 2018 the problem is that we have this competing VR classes in the market, and we still don't know what is going to be like the mainstream classes?
Exactly.
What are the competitors at the moment?
I think that in educational and school level there will be the Google cardboards.
Yeah.
There are the very very cheap cardboards. There are Samsung Gear VR, Oculus Go, for example.
Oculus Go, yeah.
HTC Vive, which are a little bit expensive. But anyway, this kind of VR glasses are coming. That technology is not ready yet. So we are not targeting to that because we don't know what VR glass are winning.
Yeah, I think that for schools, of course, the best would be if you can bring your own device with you, so you can take your cell phone and
you can take that and you
it's
can round of it and open the media there.
Yeah, and it's cheap. But actually, what we found out in our needs analysis discussion, which was quite interesting because we were targeting audiences throughout Europe, not only Northern Europe, but Southern Europe as well. And there is this dilemma that in Northern Europe, we believe in this bring your own device concept a lot, and we praise the fact that we can have our own cell phones and the kids can play with their own cell phones. Not everybody has to have their tablet or their personal computer in there ready, but in the Southern Europe they are actually forbidden to take into the schools. So they have this problem that they don't have any devices, they don't have working networks even. And so how to solve this problem? So maybe in there they somehow feel that the maybe bringing cell phones into the school environment is distracting for the students, and therefore maybe it would be better to have some sort of external device or this kind of. So you are waiting around a little bit on to see which direction it is going to go.
Eventually, every place there will be smart screens. I mean, smart screens, touch screens.
Yeah.
It don't have to be smartphone. It don't have to be virtual reality glasses. If you have monitors, you can have the touchable screens. Then you have the interface to the content, and then only your fingers you can use.
What about, have you seen those augmented reality classes where you don't need a screen anymore, you just open the screen anywhere and then you just like point like this? Do you think that those are going to be the way that we interact in the future?
Yeah, the certain applications are already there. Yeah. But let's see. I don't know yet, but let's see what will be there.
How do you see your innovation or your niche in this market?
Yeah, the market is huge. So we are not afraid about competitions. And of course 360 photographing is also sold already, because there are so many photographers from Google Street View.
Yeah.
And with our tool, even the nurses in the hospitals can maintain the content. So that content editor is very easy to use.
Yes, I think that this is probably the best benefit for you that you have such an easy to use system that and it is similar enough to creating a website or things that people know already, how to create content in their social media and so on. So it is somehow close to that. So it is not too big of a step for teachers to start using that. So that would be a good way. Okay, I was the last thing that I was going to ask is that how about the European market or the global market? What are your plans? Are you supporting any other languages than Finnish, for example? Are you supporting English? And
yeah. In the first phase, we are targeting global So we are doing this tool for every people in worldwide. So the first language is English, but we have built that scalable model behind the tool. It will be the cloud service. It will be running worldwide, and it is easy to take into use everywhere. So, and for the translations, okay, we have on the roadmap that we have that we can also make translations easily to every languages there are, which are major languages, I think, more or less like that.
Yeah.
I cannot say anything. I cannot say that we will support all languages, but anyway, major languages we will support it.
I suppose if you have a customer, you will at least adopt. Yes.
Yes. Let's see in the future then.
Yeah. Okay. Well, thank you very much for taking the time to talk to me and our audience in LearnTech Accelerator community.